Hey everyone, it's Charlie Morgan here and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to discuss whether or not TikTok is the next big thing for marketing agencies. It's kind of hard to be in the agency space and to have not heard about TikTok, and I don't mean through the consumer sense and the sort of sense of just novel scrolling through the app. We've all heard of TikTok. But you'll probably have noticed a lot of people talking about TikTok agencies and how it's going to be the next big thing and how to build and grow a TikTok agency. It's becoming very prevalent, it's becoming very shiny, and there's a difference between opportunities and shiny objects. And there's a difference between, often opportunity and distraction are synonymous, right? And what I want to do is offer a perspective that might help you decide for yourself and critically think for yourself as to whether or not TikTok could be the move for you. Because from someone who's not in like the e-commerce space, because this is obviously in the e-commerce space, I'm able to observe this from a third person's perspective and take more of a potentially rational perspective because it doesn't have too much of an impact directly on my income. So I've, well, for those of you, first of all, who don't know who I am and how I can lend this perspective to you, I basically have built and scaled a marketing agency already. It's called NorthFlow Consulting. You can Google it if you want. We've signed over 350 clients, and I now help other people build and scale their own agencies. And I'm responsible right now for about 230 agency owners and their success. And I've been aware of this TikTok thing, and I think it's time to discuss it. So the premise of this video is to understand that opportunity and distraction, like I said, are synonymous and can often be switched out for each other for individual words. But what I want to do is like offer this perspective. So the premise of it is this: it's that to build and grow a business, whether it's a marketing agency, a coaching business, or any business, you need a series of skills, right? You need to have skills, you need to have certain character traits that support the growth of that business, and you also need to have certain perspectives that allow you to perceive problems and solve them in the most accurate and efficient way possible. What I'm trying to say here is that the platform that you use to run ads is irrelevant, and you don't want to build a business and a business model on the platform. So if we're thinking about Facebook ads, for example, or TikTok ads or Instagram ads, like, you've got to recognize that the service you provide is not actually, the service itself is completely separate from the platform upon which that service is delivered. And my point here is that people are like, yeah, I run a TikTok agency, I run a Facebook ads agency. It's like, yeah, technically you do, but like you're not, the platform isn't your business. And if it is your business, then you really checkmate and snooker yourself for some difficulty down the line. Because when you build an agency, a marketing agency, what you're doing is you're providing value to customers and value to businesses through helping them with client acquisition and the acquisition of more revenues. You can see outside that's better. And the issue I see is people are going from there's this trend in e-commerce where everyone's gone from Facebook ads to email marketing, and now it's TikTok, and like people are just bouncing between these platforms, and these platforms represent these shiny objects that people traverse between because they think the grass will be greener, it might be easier. Now, there's no denying that TikTok ads are going to be a trend, right? They are the new thing, right? TikTok ads will be what Facebook ads were a few years ago. And capitalizing on trends is important and it will make you money, but you can't rely on a trend to continue forever. So my point here is that if you're thinking about moving to TikTok ads and if you're thinking about offering TikTok ads, it helps to understand that it's a short-term thing and something else will come along that will be more important. It might not be for a few years, but if you want to build long-term, real, sustainable, long-lasting, evidential value in the long term, I'm talking 10, 20 years, you can only really do that with skills, okay, and values and principles and perspectives that allow you to adapt your agency and its model to any individual platform that comes along. And so what's happening at the moment is people think that like learning Facebook ads or TikTok ads are an individual skill, but really media buying as a whole or as a collective field of discipline or study, the platform is irrelevant. Like, sure, now, don't get me wrong, understanding how the platforms work and the nature of them will be useful. But fundamentally, you have to approach advertising and service delivery from a principles perspective and a skill-based perspective. And so what I'm saying is that TikTok ads isn't really a skill, right? And now you have to understand TikTok ads and user-generated content and all this stuff, creative, sorry. But how are you going to know what content is good or what copy is good or what conversion rates are good if you don't have the skills to amalgamate those things together and actually produce some value? And so what I wanted to do is just offer this perspective, because your business is not like the platform that you use to deliver client results on. Like, it's not, you're running a marketing agency. You can call yourself a TikTok agency or an email marketing agency or something, but fundamentally you are a vehicle for a business to satisfy a desire for more clients and more money. The way you do that is kind of irrelevant to the client. Obviously, if one platform is more effective than another, then it's more preferable that you use that one. But you don't want to build a business based around a single platform. You want to build a business based around a series of skills and values and principles that you can apply to that platform to see success and achieve results. So that when that platform inevitably dies, like Facebook is doing right now, you have the skills and the ability to transform or to transcend that platform to something that is new. And so what I'm trying to say here is platforms that you advertise on, that you buy media on, are transient, right? They are, and by transient, I mean they're coming and then they're going, right? And so like, another one was like Clubhouse, for example. I haven't heard about Clubhouse in a long time, but that like platform that you could like, I don't know if you know what the fuck you could do on that, but like something comes along like Clubhouse and then someone's like, oh, Clubhouse is the new big thing and I'm gonna run a Clubhouse agency. But it's like, what happens when Clubhouse dies? This is happening with Facebook. Everyone just thought it's about Facebook ads and they forgot to learn, like, obviously when you run Facebook ads, you can understand the skills, but people just got complacent and they were like, yeah, I know how to buy media on Facebook and great. But then as soon as Facebook dies, their understanding of media buying as a whole it's so fragmented into the platform that they haven't actually learned any skills and principles outside of that platform that they can apply to their work. The platform goes away, something else comes along, they try and apply their Facebook philosophy to the philosophy of the new platform, it fails, and then they just believe that they've been done wrong by the universe. So, I'm not here to say TikTok is good, I'm not here to say it's bad, I'm here to say that it's probably going to trend and it's probably going to help people make a lot of money. But you have to avoid the trap of believing that it's the only thing. It will die, it will come and it will go. It could be here to stay for a year, it could be here, it could be here for the next month, it could be here for 10 years, nobody knows. But if you want to build long-lasting value in a business that supports you and your family and your goals for the future, you have to learn advertising and media buying and client acquisition as a skill outside of the platform at which you're on. You have to understand how human psychology works. You have to understand how economics work, or microeconomics, sorry. You have to understand sales, all these things. And if you don't realize how that works and you rely solely, because a lot of agencies I see at the moment, they're relying on just saying we do TikTok ads to sign clients. But then what happens is as soon as everybody else starts saying we do TikTok ads, the people who lent so heavily on the platform to scale and grow, they didn't acquire the skills of sales and appointment booking in a proper way. They just became complacent because they had this shiny object that they could throw in people's faces and it worked. And as soon as that object isn't as shiny anymore, they haven't developed the skills to transcend themselves and start getting more clients. So I know it's quite a weird theoretical video and I'm still not convinced I've done the perfect job of articulating it, but I just wanted to record this video because I wanted to lend a perspective. By all means, go into TikTok if you think it's the right thing to do, if you've critically thought it through and you haven't just followed the crowd and authority that may have no idea what they're doing. If you've critically thought through it and think, yeah, this actually could be the case, that it's the next big thing, then by all means go for it. But don't become attached to the platform. Just recognize that the platform supports your clients in the current climate, and that it won't continue that support or the strength of that support now into the future or however many years from now. And understand that the objective through the early years of your business should not be to, base your entire business around one platform, but it should be to base your entire business around principles. I'll leave you with this in closing. So another example of this is Lemlist, right? So right now, most agencies were relying on Lemlist for their cold messaging, their cold emailing for a long time. And now suddenly what's happened is lots of cold email platforms like sending platforms and warming platforms like Lemlist have suddenly all just gone to the categories folder from Google or the spam folder. And everyone's now freaking out because they're like, people who were running email marketing businesses were so heavily based on Lemlist and not based on the actual principles of psychology and appointment booking. And now that Lemlist's gone, they've sort of just left there with their dick in their hand, like, I don't know what the hell to do. Please help me, Lemlist, I've got no idea. And as soon as you rely too heavily on a third-party platform for your own well-being and wealth, then you lose control over your business. And so I was never using Lemlist because I've been warning people away from it for like 18 months, basically predicting this. And it's come to fruition, and it's no surprise to me. You can go and watch some of my previous videos, like from a year ago, saying don't use Lemlist, and people didn't listen. And that's not an I told you so. It's just like it was kind of obvious it was going to happen. But like, if I was using Lemlist, I would not just use Lemlist and then rely on it. I would also try and extend my understanding of cold emailing, cold messaging, cold calling, and building a series of principles and perspectives that if that platform fails, I have got the perspective and like the ideas and the principles to let go of that platform, try something else that might have a completely different spin on it, but I'm going to be okay because I understand how the entire system works. And I'm not just relying on like a shiny object or something that I can lean on. Because if you're leaning on TikTok too much, when it crumbles, you're going to fall. See what I mean? Okay, so that's everything I wanted to cover in today's video. I know it's a bit like, it's hard to sort of isolate the point, but the point is that if you do rely so heavily on a third-party software or platform for the entirety of your business, and that's the entirety of your business, and then that platform goes away, then you're really going to struggle. We've got people clinging on for dear life with Facebook. It's all been downhill since iOS 14, but for some reason people are still like, we're a Facebook ad agency. And it's just like, they've got tears in their eyes as they say it, And when it comes to moving to TikTok, like, they haven't, because Facebook ads were so easy to get results, they didn't really bother to extend their skill set, right, of media buying to other disciplines like related to media buying, like biology, for example. So then the moving from one platform to another is so alien to them that they haven't got the skills to apply it. So that's that. So that's everything for today's video. I hope it's useful. I hope it's helpful. Might take 1 or 2 watches to actually get the point of my message here. But if you did enjoy the video, you can just like the video. You can comment on it or subscribe. I don't really have a subscription goal. I've got a video goal. I never make subscribers the goal. I just make producing valuable content the goal, and that's all I want to do for you guys. There will be a link in the description. If you click the little read more button, you can click onto a funnel. It will take you through to a page where you can basically explore to see how our program works. We help agency owners get more clients. We do it on a pay and results basis where we reverse the risk. We're very, very, very fucking good at it. And if you want to learn more about how that works, you can click that link. If you book a discovery call with us, we will not use incentive-based pricing. We will not try and get you overly emotional. We'll just be very honest and transparent if we can help you. But you may not want to book a call, and that's fine, but just stick around, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.